morning, everyone. For you guys who don't know, my name is Kiana. I am the founder of Beempowered to Empower. I'm coming to you guys with videos. I'm going to start creating my content again. Just a little background about me. If you guys don't know, I started my business in 2017. I'm pretty sure you guys watched my other videos. If you haven't, just a little short brief. I had an emotional breakdown. I was going through a lot in 2017, and I had a aha moment, and I was ready to stop loving myself improperly, basically. Like, I was ready to just embark on a new journey with finding myself, understanding myself, and I made it my mission to be a better me. I did some things that put me in position to be better. And that's where Being Empowered to Empower sparked up, because I wanted to also show other women that you can be better. You can be better versions of yourself. You just have to be willing to want to be better. Like, you got to be ready to want to see things from different perspectives, have an open mind about things, and be ready to not look back on your past and just keep moving forward. And not saying that, moving forward doesn't have to do with the past. Like, you do have to address things from your past. But the importance of it is that you move forward, that you learn yourself. You learn your triggers. You learn from your childhood traumas. You learn from any type of a trauma that you experienced, and you take that and run with it. And you take those lessons and create a beautiful thing out of it. Create a new version of yourself out of it. So that's what basically Be Empowered to Empower is. Today's video is about grief. If you guys don't know, I lost my dad April of this year, 2020, due to COVID. It has been very hard for me. Let me just say that. It hasn't been easy. Losing somebody that you love, a loved one, is not easy. And I just want to share with you guys the things I did to start my healing process. Not even to say this is a long process. It's not an easy process. Everybody's process is different. But I say start my healing process because I'm not finished yet. And I don't know when I will be finished, but I do know one of my goals is to heal, and I will heal. It's just going to take me some time. But let me just jump into this video, let you guys know. Let me tell you guys a little story. Not a little story, but share with you guys my process of grief and what I've been going through and how I've been able to get through it. Because maybe this will help somebody else going through it, or just in the beginning stages of grief, just like me, and are trying to find some positive ways to cope. So let me just get into it. Okay, so grieving there's 7 stages of grief. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I know all the stages, but I do know some. And there's acceptance, there's denial, there's depression, there's anger, there's a lot of stages to grief, and they don't go in order. You never know what stage you are in. When my dad first passed, I was in shock. I was numb, because I had witnessed somebody I love dearly, go before my eyes. And no, I could not accept that. That's something that I still don't, it wasn't I couldn't accept it for a long time. Let's just say that. It was something that I couldn't believe. So it definitely sparked high anxiety in me, very high anxiety, being transparent, like, that first day, those first moments of everything happening, I didn't cry. Because I was so numb, because I just didn't understand what was going on. And then when, the doctor came to me and I asked him, were you able to save him? And he said no, and he said sorry. All I could do is say thank you to the doctor, but those were when the tears started coming down. But it wasn't the hardcore crying tears. And then when I see my mom, in the room, she was crying, she was sad. Those sparked some other tears, flow of tears. But when I actually got to see my father, that sparked those hardcore tears. Like, you know what I'm saying? That because it's a shock to you. Like, you don't know, that's going to happen to you. And everything happens in a matter of seconds. So initially, when everything happened, sorry guys. Initially, my anxiety was high. Like, I couldn't sleep at night. Like, I would wake up 5 times a night, 5 times a night, trying to, be comfortable to sleep. I couldn't sleep because I figured, that happened to my dad. Excuse my language. Well, if that happened to my dad, then that could possibly, maybe happen to me or other people in my household, and I couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I could not sleep. Sleep wasn't even in my mind. It was more of a survival mode type thing. Well, damn, if that can happen to my father, then I don't know anymore. You know what I'm saying? I was confused about life. I was confused about life. I knew how life works. I know people are not going to be here forever, but I didn't know that it could happen so quickly like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted some time, so, in the hospital, I was please God, if I'll do anything, just save him, you know what I'm saying? Save him. And it just was his time, and, having anxiety is, the worst thing. There's times where I felt like, I was having, things like heart attacks, or, my pulse rate will be up. I was constantly checking my hands, checking every body part to make sure, something, I ain't had nothing going on with me. Any little thing, if I couldn't, because I had my acid reflux sprung up. And even that, with that being said, you can have, symptoms of, chest pain, or with anxiety, you can have chest pain and sharp chest pain and stuff like that. So, I was dealing with a lot of that because my heart was broken. You know what I'm saying? My heart was definitely broken. But one thing I know out of everything that was going on at that moment, one thing I knew for sure out of everything that was going on with me is that I wanted to grieve properly. I didn't want to, turn to any negative coping habits. I didn't want to do that. That's not something that I wanted to do. I knew that I could do better than that. I knew that my father would want me to do better than that. But don't get me wrong, because it wasn't easy. I did a lot of crying. I did a lot of, just not being sure. You don't want to question God, but it makes you question him a little bit. Well, why? Why? And you don't understand it. You can't understand why that person had to leave. But I did a lot of crying. But prayer helped me. Meditating helped me. That's what I was doing in the beginning. Like, putting on some worship music. Every morning I was putting on some worship music. Like, it had to be worship music. I didn't even listen to nothing else. I did not listen to no rap, no R&B, no nothing. I listened to worship music. Like, and that's all I can listen to. That's all that, like, really filled me up at the moment. Like, like, I could not listen to anything else. Every moment of the day I was listening to worship music. Every moment, whenever I got a chance to pray, I prayed. Like, I developed a type of prayer for myself, where I incorporated meditation in it, because that's the only thing that was helping me survive at the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, prayer. I was also going to therapy. Therapy is important, and not everybody believes in therapy, but for me, therapy was like an outlet to talk, because I'm in a house where we all lost somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to give advice to people when you're grieving as well. It's really hard. It's not easy. So speaking to somebody else, to help me find better positive coping skills was just best for me. I also did spiritual counseling with my bishop, like, and that helped me as well, because it just gave me the spiritual side of things, the spiritual understanding of things, because I was trying to build a relationship with God. And it never was easy for me to, like, what is the relationship with God? Like, I didn't know what it looked like. For me, it was like, okay, well, I don't want to do it that way. Like, that's not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I form a relationship with God, but it's me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I found a way to do that. I found a way to develop my relationship. It's also still a process, but that's what was helping me. The therapy, praying, spiritual counseling, things of that nature was helping me. I still dealt with anxiety. I still have anxiety. I still have mild depression. Like, and I don't mind being open and honest about it, because it's real. It's real. Like, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy. It's not easy. Anxiety is nothing to play with. Depression is nothing to play with. I don't want this. I don't want anxiety. I don't want depression. I don't want to question God. I don't want to feel sad all the time. I don't want to cry all the time. But it's just a part of my process. Crying is okay. Crying is definitely okay. I'm learning that it's okay to cry. It does not matter when you cry or where you cry. Well, it does matter where you cry, but but cry. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Like, just cry. Like, it's okay to admit, like, that when somebody asks you, are you okay? Are you doing okay? No, I'm not okay today. It's okay. It's okay to tell people that you're not okay. It's okay, because the feeling, it don't matter whether you're grieving or you're just going through a hard time in your life. It's okay to tell people that. Sorry, because I had to switch forms of video, but like I was saying, it's okay to tell people that you're not okay, because, I mean, people want you to say you're okay. In certain situations, people want you to say you're okay, just so they won't have to deal with the emotions and stuff like that. But it's okay to be honest with yourself, because I'm not into faking it until I make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm into feeling it so I can really heal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not faking my process. That's just something I'm not gonna do. Some other things that I did was, like, get out the house. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. At a point, I was scared to go outside. I was scared to go into stores. I was just scared, like, because of what happened to my father. But eventually, I started being able to go out. But it was baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. To not be scared, so scared. Just to anybody who's grieving, that's just my story, and it's just a short because it's still in the process. I'm still learning how to heal and grieving, and it's a process. I still cry. I still cry. I go to therapy, but I put myself in positions to be positive, to to focus on different things. Like, Adam, in the midst of my grief, in the midst of this pandemic, I was able to still do things for myself. Still able to go to school, still able to work. I even stopped working actually, to focus on my mental health. Like, you know what I'm saying? I took that step for me. I didn't care about what anybody else thought. No, I did not care. Like, because it was about me. Let me do what's best for me. And that's what I will always continue to do. I will always continue to do what's best for me. Despite what people have to say, I don't care. If I know it's going to benefit me, I'm doing it for myself. And that's just a part of my healing process, being selfish with myself. And that's what I'm doing. Like, lately I haven't been sure about a lot of things, but I am sure that I want to heal. I am sure I want to go to school. I am sure I want to become great. I want to fulfill my purpose. I'm sure about those things for sure. But for anybody who is going through the same process as I am, losing somebody, just grieving, losing yourself, it's going to be okay. We just have to find positive ways to cope. We have to find positive ways to cope. I'm not excluding myself. Not excluding myself because it's a never-ending journey. Of finding who you are, evolving. It's just a never-ending journey of that. But you will heal. I will heal. It's just gonna take us some time. Everybody doesn't heal at the same pace, and that's okay. A lot of things that I've been learning because I ask people questions. I have a great support system, great family, great friends, people that I didn't even know, still just reaching out to me, speaking to me, making their presence, making themselves available to me to help me heal. And I appreciate that 100%. Like, I appreciate it, because this journey hasn't been easy. Has not been easy, still isn't easy. But like I said, find some positive ways to cope. If you like to paint, paint. If you like to draw, draw. If you like to listen to music, listen to music. If you like to make music, make your music. If you like to, whatever you like to do, incorporate that into your healing regimen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your healing routine. Pray, meditate. Be the best version of you that you can be. You will heal. I promise you that. Speaking to somebody that's already in their healing process, who has already decided that despite what's going on and despite the sadness and the pain that I've been experiencing in life and just in this moment of time, I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal. Like, it's that's just something I gotta do. I will live on my father's legacy. I will do the things that I said I was going to do. I have goals. Write down your goals. Put it in front of you. Put it on your mirror. Put it somewhere that you can see it every day, so that you know you still have purpose. You still have a life to live. You still you have a purpose in this world. You have a purpose. Like, put some things down to remind yourself that you have a purpose. God has not put you here for no reason. You have a purpose always. Everybody has a purpose. Fulfill your purpose. Find your purpose. Find yourself. Discover yourself. You know, I thought I found myself, and then I found myself that I after losing my dad, I felt like I lost myself, and now I'm in the process of finding myself again. And that's okay. That's okay. It is. It's okay. Life is gonna get better, even if it may not seem like it at this moment. For you, for me, it may seem like, well, everything just keeps hitting me left. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. But in due time, it shall pass. The hurt shall pass. The pain shall pass. The anxiety will no longer be there because it's not allowed in your life any longer. Depression is going to be gone because that's not what you want for yourself. You're not going to be soaking in your sadness. The tears will lessen. You'll learn how to control your tears. You'll learn when to do it, when not to do it. Yeah. This video is just one for me venting, but also just sharing that, like, you'll be able to heal, and that you're not alone. It doesn't have to be grief. It could just be the simple fact that you lost yourself. That's still grieving. Yeah. Let's get back to, not even back. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh and take our lessons and run with them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. Those things are always appreciated. I will be making more videos, and my editing will probably get a little bit better. But yeah, thank you.